What are we live on?
All righty, we're live on everything, especially in your heart. Welcome in to episode 5, I believe this is right here, episode 5.
Shit, you done lost count of the
I
episodes.
don't lost count. I do believe it might be episode. I think it's episode 5.
As far as just the live episodes, yes, we've been live just doing games and shit. But yeah,
Yeah. But episode wise, like for the people that like to track them, this will be episode number 5. So welcome in.
yeah.
You'll notice tonight there's only 3 of us. We have one that apparently came down with the sickness, and it's not the college football bug or the brackets bug or anything. He's just feeling under the weather, so we are missing Mr. Mark for tonight. Um, so it'll be just the 3 of us, and 3 is a party. So,
Hell yeah.
what do you guys want to kick it off with? Give it to me, boys. What do you want to do tonight?
I mean, what you talking to me? Or you talking to Chad?
No, both no, you guys, you and Zach. Chad,
I mean, we
Chad,
gotta
Chad's
let's.
getting, they're coming up right now. They're still
Yeah.
rolling in and getting started. So,
I mean, let's recap last week, bro. Let's see how bad I was. Let's see if I'm still Mike Tomlin or did I do something
let's
different?
see. Well, standing wise, it was an interesting one over here on the NFL side of things. Zach up there on your top left went 10-5 on the NFL. Very good on that end. Mark went 9-6, tying with Josh at 9-6. Here's yours truly went 11-4. So I think overall we all did very well. There were some matches last week that went the other way around that maybe they shouldn't have been. There were some underwhelming games. We thought maybe, Rams and Seahawks were going to be high scoring games, but they weren't. Same thing with the Eagles. We kept expecting these high scoring games, but they just weren't there. And, at least my Packers won, so that's always a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, the Steelers look good. I'm happy I picked the Steelers, and, they came through for me. So I'm happy about that one.
Let me just tell you that I had them written down to pick and I
You
switched my
swapped it.
switched my pick at the last minute, boy, and now I just look like a jackass. So yeah,
They got you on that one. Yeah, I think for you
you got me.
it was a last second pick that you swap on that one.
I did. I did
Yeah.
indeed.
I don't
Saggy,
even
how
remember
do you
which ones I
feel?
got wrong, honestly.
I don't. I just keep track of them essentially as I'm going through them, but it's hard. Yeah, there was a few from last week that I wouldn't even consider, I guess, and say upsets. Um, I mean, we
We
knew
talking college, we talking NFL. What we talking?
NFL. I mean, obviously we
Oh,
knew, the Cowboys were just gonna swipe the floor with the Raiders, so that one wasn't too big of a surprise for us.
and how bad are the
Detroit,
Raiders? Jesus.
they're pretty bad. I mean, they're just,
Raiders are pretty bad.
yeah, they don't have tools to really compete against a team like that. So that's pretty tough on their end.
And which one of y'all fools was hating on Brock Purdy? I know one of y'all was hating on him.
Me.
Yeah, I don't.
Mm,
Yeah, that wasn't very smart on
Who
that
did they
one.
play though?
Can't,
I
They
don't even
played
remember.
the Cardinals.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on.
What do
I
you
mean, bro,
mean?
but he was.
What
I
do you
mean, he
mean?
was throwing darts.
Brissett's been throwing darts out there. Now we just want to
Yeah,
add.
but Niners are a much better team, no matter who's at quarterback.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, they
Hmm.
lost against the Rams when we went live that day. I mean, it's bound to happen.
They did.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, Kansas City losing to the Broncos was a pretty big hit on that
Good
one.
game, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, I guess we, like I said, we've gotten accustomed to
I'll take
Kansas
that
City.
the W for there.
That is true. I think I believe you were the only one that actually went with the Broncos. On that one, I've been picking the Broncos the last few weeks. I don't know why I swapped my pick on that one. That's my fault. But yeah, I didn't realize Kansas City was like 5-4 when they played the Broncos, who were 8-2. Because again,
Yeah, but it's still
in what?
KC, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't look that good at all. I mean, I know
They look out of
Pacheco.
something.
I know Pacheco's coming back this weekend. He was full practice. You got Kareem Hunt. They do got a deep running back group. They got 5 running backs on that group, but yeah, they're just not performing. So that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles on that end of things. So
Hell, the
Chiefs
cookie
might be the
crumble.
best 5-5 team of all time.
yeah, honestly.
Fact.
But when it comes to the college football side of thing, I hit a Mike Tomlin slump. I went 5-5. Josh went 6-4. Mark went 8-2, and Zach went 7-3. So not terrible, honestly. Like I said, I think it was just all wins all around. So not terrible. Sorry there to my friends over there on the TikTok side. I forgot to turn that on for you guys to see it. But yeah, I mean, not terrible. I think I went the wrong way about it when it came to college football. I wanted big upsets, and the only upset I got was just me taking a big L on that one. So
Well, listen,
Yeah,
I will
I did the
say
same thing. I think all three of my upsets lost. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
I know mine did. Pitt was a bad pick. Obviously, Texas
Yeah.
was a horrible pick. And
yeah,
I talked a lot of shit to Zach about his Bulldogs, and yeah, I ate
yeah,
every word of that. So yeah,
yeah. Arch Manning
I'm
was
humble.
just good lord. That man could not get
He
Well, I
looked
think it's
way
just
better
Arch.
than I thought.
It's not just Arch Manning though, dude. He just
Yeah,
played defense. Texas just doesn't look like a good football team.
yeah,
Biggest thing is like Texas's wide receivers are fast, right? So they're I was expecting them to throw 20 deep balls
yeah,
because our secondary is not very good, but the defense stepped up tremendously. I mean, Gunnar Stockton had 5 total touchdowns. Like he's stepped up when the lights are big. Like when it comes down to a big game, except for Alabama, of course, happens every single time. But um, he's been stepping it up a lot lately. I don't know how, but I saw that he's like 5th in Heisman race. I don't know how the fuck that happened,
hmm.
but um, they played very well. I'm very happy. We got a cupcake game this week against Charlotte. Next week we go to Atlanta to Georgia Tech. That's going to be interesting. And then we'll probably see A&M unless they lose. Unless A&M loses to Texas next week, then we'll probably see Alabama again. Actually, I don't know. Since did A&M beat Alabama or did they even play?
I don't
I don't
remember.
think they even played.
I don't think they played. They wouldn't have A&M so high up if they already play and loss or whatever like that. I don't think they've played yet.
A&M hasn't lost.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I
Although South
wonder.
Carolina took them to the brink of loss.
Okay, so Mark said they don't play. So I don't know who would they take then in the SEC championship. Would they put in Bama or A&M if they lose to Texas?
I mean, but yeah, it's a conference game. I don't know. Whoever it's if there's no head to head, I don't know how they do that.
yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I would hope that they would put Bama in, and I know you're gonna hate me for that, but I just want to beat them to get them the fuck up get them out of the playoff. Yeah. Every time they beat us first, we always beat them the second time. So I'll take that,
Well, if they can find a way to put anybody in, it'll be Bama, as
of course.
per usual.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised by anything that happens there. But anyway, we can move on that. Let's
Yeah.
get something real controversial, Ryan.
Well,
Let's show everybody this.
let me show them real quick here the over.
Yeah,
We
show
got
'em
new.
something.
See, I'm upset because I put this work for Mark because he wanted something a little bit different. And this man gets sick when I put all this effort. I didn't even show the other two guys yet, so it's like, man. So this
can't
is
see it.
yeah. Well, I just pull it up on the stream there, but this is gonna be your new standings now for the overall. Essentially now we're gonna keep track a little bit different there. So when it comes to the college football side, Mark is still leading at 37-13. Zach is at 34-16, moving up a rank. He went from being on the third, moving up to the second spot at 34-16. I dropped down to third at 31-19, and Josh is
I see
still.
how you're doing it.
Yeah.
now.
And
Okay.
then Josh is now at 27 and 23. Still in that
boy.
fourth spot.
I'm coming for you, Mark.
So we got movement coming up right here now. So when it comes to your NFL ranking now, that's where the cookie has crumbled there. I done moved on to first
This
place.
cookie crumbles.
Cookie crumble, man. I'm on a cookie. I'm on a cookie high right now.
Are you writing a children's book? What-
Maybe, I don't know. That might pay the bills. But I now have the lead up on the NFL at 48-23. Mark dropped down to second place at 46-26. Zach is at 35-21, and Josh at fourth place at 39-32. Listen, still above the water, man. Still above the
Hold
water.
on.
Give it to me.
Hold on.
Give it to me. There's a
I don't
math.
think that math is math in there.
Which
Ryan.
math ain't math? And give it to me. Which one? Is it you lost? I think it might be your lost ranking in there.
Have you ever seen?
Well,
have you ever seen
I
heard
have a
Ryan calculate a
total.
bowling score?
I have a total of 56 games, and y'all have a total of 72. So how does that work?
Well, listen, we will have to review that one. I don't know.
Lord have mercy.
Listen, y'all. Hey, there's just so many pictures rolling through that I gotta go through. So, but I know you're third. I'll tell you that. I know
There's
you're
no
third.
way I'm
Not
39
after
and
you add my
32,
games
homie.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. 39, 32 sounds about right. I think for Josh.
So if you
Hell no.
do 39 plus 32, that's 71.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you do 35 plus 21, that's 56. So I'm
You're way off. Okay, you're
automatically down 20 games here. And
And
then
he's
if you
freezing like a
take
motherfucker on the
Uh,
screen.
Is it? I thought it was
46
just me.
plus
No.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Am
freezing.
I?
Okay. Okay. I thought it
You
was me
were.
there for a second. Well, we're gonna have to review this math.
So if you take your game, or I'm sorry, if you take Mark's games, that's 72 games.
Uh-huh.
And if you take your games,
Is that
that's
70?
73. Where are you doing this math, my brother?
Dog. Hey.
Up for review.
I think I
people.
just I think
Oh,
I
that's
focused.
71 too. So Mark has one more game than you and Josh, and I'm down like 21 games there.
Okay,
So
we're gonna
I
have to
don't know.
review that one.
Anyway, we're
Yeah,
gonna reevaluate.
it's Spanish math, so it makes sense. It's Spanish math, so it all equals. It's the same
Yeah.
ranking no matter what. It's Spanish math. But yeah, we'll have to review that one. Well, listen, this is the moment y'all been waiting for. This is where the argument gets tough here. Let's talk about what the people want to talk about. The college football ranking, the bracket, what all this hype is about, SEC, Big Ten, who makes it, who doesn't make it, why are they in this bracket, and why they shouldn't be in there. I'm gonna let y'all get in there first and start us nice and hot in here. So
Zach, go ahead if you'd like to.
I gotta pull up a picture of the bracket because I'm watching on the stream and it's like the size.
Well,
of
I'm not
mine,
even.
you know what
I'm
saying?
not. I'm
And-
not going to talk about the bracket first. I want to just talk about the rankings themselves because the bracket is confusing
Okay.
to me.
right,
Okay.
To me, it's looks pretty good if I'm being honest. I don't really have an objection to at least where it stands right now. Of course, there's a lot of football that's left to play, and none of this is really going to matter
There you
at
go.
this point. You got conference championship games. You got a lot of other stuff that's going to be played. So to me, it's not terrible. I mean, Miami, the first team out according to the rankings. Yeah, it
So-
makes sense.
Yeah, so according to the rankings, they're the first team out, but in the bracket, they're 11th.
mm-hmm.
They're in the bracket.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which
I
makes
don't
zero
understand
sense
that.
to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I guess if I had a problem, it would be, Alabama's 8-2, and they lost to Florida State. They've been playing good football. I'll give them that, but I don't.
I mean, my question is this though, like, so Utah is 12th. Utah's not in this bracket. So why
Yeah,
would
I
they not just put? Wait, who else is not in this bracket that's ranked? BYU. They're not in the bracket either.
Mm-mm.
And they're 11 in the rankings.
11-1. Yeah, and they're 9-1. I don't
It'd
get this
be-
bracket shit.
Yeah, it'd be a travesty if they didn't make it. At least at this point, again, things are going to change, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't
Of course,
see.
especially the top four. I think no matter what happens, obviously if all four teams win out, they have to play each other in the conference games. Like Georgia's gonna play A&M, Ohio State will play Indiana. I think no matter what happens, unless there's a blowout game, which I don't see happening, the top four will stay the same, but it will scramble obviously.
It
So
could.
like if Georgia beats A&M, there's no way they're gonna keep A&M at 3. You know what I'm saying?
So the big argument I've heard is Miami is ranked at the first team out at this point. They beat Notre Dame, right?
Right.
They have the same amount of losses, and the immediate argument. And again, hopefully somebody's in the chat and wants to talk because I'd love to hear what you got to say if you got something to say. The argument is Miami's losses were uglier than Notre Dame's losses. My argument is Alabama probably has the worst loss on this whole damn thing.
Florida State, yeah.
If you guys disagree or you want to say something, please have at it. I thought I'm a fan of the 12-team playoff system. I thought this was going to be really easy. It gets a little dicey here, to be honest with you. I could make arguments in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, I'm hoping eventually they'll move it to 16 And I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, but then you get the argument of, well, how come 17 and 18 didn't get in? Mainly when you get like to that 16 spot, like most of the teams have more than 2 losses.
Right.
So,
I,
in my
I,
opinion, if you have 3 losses, you're automatic out, even in the 16-team playoff.
I
So
like 12 there.
so
I
my
like
my
12.
thing, obviously,
12
me
is
being
good. 12 is
like,
good, but I don't know. I guess just the fan in me wants to have it extended.
so me being more of a new, obviously, college football fan and getting into this realm of being part of this, right? When it comes to this bracket, when I look at it, it's kind of like what Josh said. It's rather confusing, right? Because when you start looking at some of these matchups, I guess to me, some of them don't make sort of sense. I mean, you got Texas Tech going against Tulane. I feel like that's a very easy matchup for Texas Tech the way they've been playing this year. Um, I don't believe
I don't
Tulane
know,
is
dude.
even.
Have you seen Tulane play though?
I mean, yeah, I mean the Green Wave has been playing good
I
since
don't
I
think
picked them.
anybody's seen. I don't think anybody's watched a Tulane game this
I
year.
watched some Tulane highlights.
Yeah, I mean they
Don't
The
sleep
play.
on
highlights.
Tulane,
You
but
said highlights, not a game.
Yeah,
Of course, they're going to show
well,
everything good.
how the hell are you going to see a game where they show it on? I don't get that kind of
that
I'm
channel. They
just
don't put
and
it
that's
on
the
the main
thing. It's
feed.
just one of those where that matchup doesn't really make much sense to me. You know, the Alabama, Oregon, I like that matchup. I think that's a good matchup there when it comes to those two schools. Again, just the same argument. Why is BYU not in this bracket? Um, you know, when I feel like they should be up in that bracket based on their ranking and who they
They
played.
should be.
So, you know, it's like, how are they picking these teams? It's never made sense to me. First of all, how this ranking system worked, because again, it's just kind of weird to me.
Well,
Um,
I can explain it to you. It's a committee, right? It's a
right.
committee that's
Yeah.
doing all this stuff. I mean, again, but we're gonna, and I hate to cut you off,
No,
but
you're good.
again, we can't do on teams that before we see the games play. That's why we play the games. If it was
Right.
just, hey, let's look at this matchup, and Tulane will smoke or get smoked by this guy, then just move them into the fucking bracket. Don't even
Right.
play the game.
Right.
There's a reason we play the games. They can win.
No, yeah, and I
You
So
know,
they
get that.
change it. They changed it from last year because last year it was like the conference winners got the bye, like no matter what you were, no matter what you were ranked.
Gotcha.
Now it doesn't matter. The only spots that matter is the 12th. Is the 12th spot goes to like the highest ranked group of 5 school. So like because they're
that,
not in the Power
yeah.
4, they get the spot. And I think they're doing the same thing for the ACC too. Just saying ACC because they're right now like the only team that's the highest ranked in the ACC is Miami. I think that's why they have them in.
Right.
Obviously before Georgia Tech, because I think Georgia Tech is what, 16, 15, 16,
They're
somewhere in there.
16.
Yeah, so
16.
Miami's
Yeah.
ranked higher than them. That's why they have them in.
Right.
But I don't understand. They should just make it the top 12 teams. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right. No, and
Because, like,
I
for
get
example-
that. I get all that, right? But to me, it doesn't make sense why. So if essentially you spend all this time and all this effort into ranking these teams, right? So like actually Tulane is ranked at 24th, right? So you spend all this
Right.
time and people are fighting for these rankings, and then that same committee is going to turn around and now we're going to make a bracket, and these teams that have better records than the others are not even making it into the bracket because, again, not to shit on Miami, but Miami's 8-2 and BYU is 9-1, but Miami's in the bracket, BYU is not. How does that make any sense? How is the
Zach.
one with the losing record going into the bracket and the one with the winning record doesn't?
It's
Zach, who can
because
go-
they're the highest ranked team in the ACC, and BYU's in the
Correct.
Big 12, and the highest ranked Big 12 team is Texas Tech.
Correct.
That's why they get in, which I don't like it. Like for example, last year, the top 4 seeds were Georgia because they won the SEC,
Mhm.
Penn State. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ohio State. Or no, sorry. Georgia won the SEC, so they were the 2 seed. Oregon won the Big 10, so they were the 1 seed. But then the 3rd and the 4th spot, only because they were their conference winners, they got the buys, was Arizona State and Boise State, and they got smacked.
See,
their playoff games.
Beer Me Bowling is saying
And-
it's because of their strength of schedule. I hate hearing that. It's become like my least favorite words in
I don't
when
like
it
it
comes to this. Strength of schedule, when it comes to BYU and Miami, again, you went 8-2 and you lose against a Louisville team when they were on rank. So how do you still make
They
it into the
beat,
bracket?
but they beat Notre Dame. Like this is the thing. Like
Right.
They did.
Josh, I agree with Josh. Like they should be ranked above Notre Dame. Technically, if they beat them, why not? But like
It,
Josh said
it,
before too, the losses matter too.
Right. So I guess they
if their
lost.
records are the same, right,
Yeah.
and you have a head-to-head win, like, somebody's going to say, well, Florida State beat Alabama, they should be ranked over them, but that's
Right.
not the case, right?
No.
If you look at if the records are the same, but we own a head-to-head over you, I don't see how it's possible
Right.
in a logical world that you should be ranked above that team they beat you,
Yeah.
and they have
If you
similar
have,
records.
Yeah, because
I agree. If you have the exact same record, the team that beat you should be above.
right.
Right.
And
Well,
I mean,
and this is the case. This is why Oklahoma isn't or Alabama. You can't put Alabama in and not put Oklahoma in because Oklahoma beat Alabama.
right.
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 Now here's
And
an
Oklahoma's above
interesting
them
one,
right now.
Zach. Here's an interesting one, and I'm very curious to
Mhm.
get your take on this. Who is in the front running seat to to play for the SEC championship? There's a reason I'm asking.
Right
Because
now it's
honestly,
Georgia and Texas A&M.
because if you're Alabama or you're Oklahoma, you don't want to play for that bitch.
Yeah, you don't want to play.
Because it puts your
That's what I'm
spot at
saying.
risk. This is why I
Right.
don't like what we're doing right now, right? Because those teams right now are probably begging, please God, don't put us in that game. Because if they lose, there's an
Right.
odds that they don't go.
Right.
Right.
If they don't do
The
anything,
biggest.
there's an odd that they just sit right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. With them teams both having 2 losses, if they lose, they're out. It don't matter who they
100%.
lose to.
Agreed.
It doesn't matter who
Agreed.
they lose to.
I agree
But
with
I'm
you.
still trying to figure out. I'd have to look up like the playoff scenarios or whatever, or the conference championship scenarios.
Yeah, I should have
If
looked at that a little more.
if A&M loses to Texas, who do we play? Because I'm pretty sure
Might be Bama.
we clinched. I'm pretty sure we clinched our spot. I'm pretty sure because we don't have any more conference games. I just don't know. So if A&M loses to Texas, would they put Bama in because they beat us? I don't know.
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Look up playoff scenarios. Yeah, I don't know. I would rather play Bama, to be honest. I know that sounds crazy because they beat us all the time,
Right.
but in the last couple years, when they beat us either in the regular season or in the SEC championship, we end up beating them the second time we play. So
Yeah, so
I
it
would
says if A&M were to lose, it would
Mhm.
likely be Georgia and Alabama
Okay.
in the ACC championship. Now, again, that's a nightmare
Obviously
scenario
A&M
for
wins, they're
Alabama.
in.
Alabama has to win that game, right?
Yeah.
And then Zach, I'm gonna be honest with you,
100%.
bro. That's dangerous for Georgia too, because if Alabama does win,
I don't think it is.
I think it is. I definitely think it is. That late in the season, and with all this shit we're talking about, just to get in the top 12, I think it's very dangerous to lose at this
I
point.
Yeah.
I will say though, Georgia, the way they've been playing, like being completely unbiased, they're a completely better team now than they were week 4 when they played.
Son, I will not disagree with you. I'm just saying
And
they
I
already
think
have one
Bama's a worse
loss.
team.
I agree with you there too. But they already have one loss, 2 this late in the season, and Bama. If Bama beats them, you can't put Bama out.
Right.
You can't put Oklahoma out
100%.
because they
100%.
beat Bama. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It gets
I
dicey,
think
man.
Georgia's in no matter what happens.
Oof.
Obviously, the ranking's going to be different. We're not going to
Right.
stay at 4. We won't get a bye. If Bama beats us, we would probably drop to 8 or 9. Obviously,
know, man.
depending on what else happens with all
I
these
was gonna
other teams.
say,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
That I mean,
I
you
don't
got to
know.
think about it, right? When Miami lost to Louisville, I mean, yeah, it was an unranked team. They went all the way. They lost 5 spots. You lose into a ranked team, and then you got to think about if every other team is winning, you're probably dropping 6 or 7 spots, possibly.
I don't know, but this is another
Well,
thing.
and somebody has to get
Right
booted.
now,
That's my
Ole Miss
point.
is 6. If Bama beats us, are we behind Ole Miss if we beat them?
If you beat who?
Because we beat Ole Miss, and right now
You
they're
should
6.
you shouldn't be. Not if you win the title. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying if we end up playing Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we end up playing them, and we lose,
Yeah.
do you still put Georgia ahead of Ole Miss?
No, because the record's not the same. Because
And-
they're 10
Yes,
or
it
more.
is.
They haven't lost.
Right.
No, not if you lose again. You'd be 2 losses. They only got 1 loss.
Yeah, but we beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, but it's not the
Doesn't
same
matter.
record anymore. You have a
They
different
only got
record.
one loss. You can't put a two-loss team
Yeah,
above a one loss.
but the thing is, that's the same
They're
argument.
doing it now.
That's what I'm
BYU
saying.
has
That's the same
BYU
argument I
has
just
one
said.
loss. They're not even in the bracket.
They're not even in the bracket, and then you got Miami with an NA2. I mean, I get it. I mean, BYU did lose to Texas Tech, so I understand
Texas Tech is
that.
the fifth
BYU
best
is
team
in
in
the
the country.
rankings. BYU is in the rankings.
They're not in the bracket though.
They're not in the bracket.
That bracket shit. It's they're doing it weird because it's hypotheticals.
Yeah, but
I think
the bracket's what matters.
the bracket's going to change. It's not
No,
going to be
no,
what you want.
we get that, but what we're saying is, if it was the end of the season right now, and this is the picture that is painted to us, this is what's happening. It doesn't make sense how BYU would be out when they have a better record than a Miami team. I understand they lost to Texas Tech, but to the same argument that he just said, that's the fifth best team in the country. So is it really that unforgiving
it's
to them?
also-
BYU
Mark
has to
said.
play Texas Tech too.
It's going to be like Mark said. It's going to be strength of schedule at that point, right? BYU probably hasn't played any competition. They don't play in a strong conference.
Yeah, I think they only had
That's
another
negative.
ranked team. I think they only had one more other ranked team that they played and they won, but that was really about
Well,
it.
they lost to the other ranked team
To
that they
Texas,
played, so I
yeah,
think they
and
played
it
one
was
other,
about
so-
2 weeks ago that they lost. So
But no, to answer your question, man, Ole Miss is not dropping. They don't lose.
yeah,
They're gonna stay right there.
I still feel like Tulane being
Still-
on that ranking does not make sense to me.
But this is
Yeah.
the thing too. So this is another thing, right? So if A&M loses to Texas, do you think
That's a
they
big
drop
if.
completely out? Do you think they drop completely out?
I think they have to, and I think it's
Really?
gonna be
You think
shitty.
they would go from 3 to
Well,
out?
Zach, you can't put A&M, Georgia, you can't put the entire fucking SEC, and there's only 12
So-
teams.
So
You know
that's what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying, bro. So right now Georgia's 4, right? Bama's 10. If they beat us, how far do they move up?
Who? Bama?
Yeah.
Into your spot, probably.
You think
Or
they
just
jump
below
all the way
A&M?
to-
No, because A&M would have lost, so they're gonna. A&M's not gonna get the love that a Georgia or Alabama
Yeah.
will get with a loss.
Mark is
Right,
saying
so
A&M
then
doesn't
what do you
drop
do?
either.
So what do you? I don't think they would drop completely out
That's
either.
my
That's the
point,
crazy
Zach.
thing because they would
Georgia's
have
gonna
one
drop.
loss.
Georgia's gonna drop out if they lose.
No fucking way they drop out.
I swear to
No
you.
way.
Think about what
How-
we're talking about. You're not going to kick out a one-loss Texas A&M team.
I don't
You're not
think
gonna
I
kick
don't
out the
think
team that beat
I don't
Georgia.
think
No.
You're
A&M
not going
is
to
dropping.
kick out Oklahoma. So I don't understand. Again, there's 4 or 5 SEC teams are going to make it in this scenario, and 6 if Georgia goes. They're not putting 6. Georgia, there's not enough room. There's not enough bracket.
Mark says
technically there is.
A&M doesn't drop if A&M loses their spot. So would
So
Notre
does
Dame.
They're for money reasons. Notre Dame is making the playoff.
They're going to be in the playoff. They got nothing left.
Yeah.
They'll be there. There's no chance they leave, in my opinion.
Damn. So you're saying, in your opinion, if Alabama beats Georgia and Texas A&M loses to Texas, A&M's out and Georgia's out over Oklahoma?
I think they have to be, dude.
No way, bro.
Think
That's
about
a
it
tough
though.
one.
Think about it though. How do you not? Again, there's
Oklahoma
if
has 2 losses.
Okay.
but they beat Bama.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
but that's my
we
thing
have 2
though.
losses. We have 2 losses too to Bama. It would be Bama twice. So how do you kick us out of that?
Because you're losing too late in the season. It also matters when you lose.
100%.
And again, it's a packed house up here, right? And there's cases to be made for every team.
Yeah.
Let's just use the hypothetical that Ohio State and Indiana run out, right? They're not leaving.
Well, they can't. One of them's going to lose, but no matter what
But they won't go.
happens,
I don't.
right?
Well,
They're not.
now you could make the
They're not
case
moving.
if Indiana loses, if we beat them, maybe move them out. I don't know.
No way.
No
I
shot.
wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so.
What's
I wouldn't
crazy
think
to
so.
me is if Indiana loses to Ohio State, which, in my opinion, I think they will. I don't think they drop out of the top 4. I think they still get a
No.
bye, even with
Probably.
losing.
Probably, I agree because
Especially if it's close. I don't think they're going to kill them.
I'm
But
not
you
trying to
never
be
know.
cocky. Ohio State's widely considered to be the best team in college football right now.
And like I told you yesterday, until somebody beats them, they should stay number 1.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I mean, and now they can be beat, right? And I think Indiana's a team that can do it. I do.
If it's any team, it's probably going to be them right now.
You know what I like
Playoffs,
about
obviously,
them?
it's a different animal.
I really like their front seven. I think they're very deep. I think they're very underrated. And
How's their secondary though?
it doesn't matter if we don't got time. You know what I mean?
True.
It won't matter.
Yeah.
Their secondary is not going to cover our receiving core.
No.
There's no doubt about that. They have to win up front, but I think they can, and that's why I'm thinking that they can.
They got
be
a
there,
triple team
right?
Ryan Williams.
You mean Ryan Williams? Don't put no disrespect on Jeremiah Smith.
Oh
Right
fuck, Jeremiah Smith. My
Damn,
bad.
that's
Ryan,
crazy.
my bad. That's on me. My bad. My bad.
Right there.
That's
My bad.
crazy. I think he was.
No,
I
but-
think he did that on purpose too.
Is there
No,
no,
I swear I
chat
didn't.
comments? Because I'd love to hear some takes on this that people got.
No, I mean we got Mark. Mark did say A&M. If A&M does lose their spot, so would Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame is bouncing out of that. I don't think so. Again, to me, I just still have that weird like Tulane being there. I get it. Like their ranking, where they're at in their division, and all that kind of stuff. It's just weird. Like.
See,
That's what I'm saying, Zach.
this is why, like, if this fucking stupid ass rule of having the number 24 ranked team technically be the 12 spot because they're the best group of 5 team that's going to get killed in the playoff no matter who they play. If that wasn't a rule and it should just be the top 12 because then because there's going to be 2 teams here that no matter what happens are going to get fucked.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought happens.
There is, but let me give you a scenario. USC beats Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think if USC beats Oregon,
right,
there's a possibility that Oregon drops out. I don't think USC is going to get in. I don't think
if they beat number 7, they're 15th. They're 15th.
Yeah, they're not fit.
You don't think they would move to 10?
But they're 8-2. No, they're not going to move a 2-loss USC team over like a Georgia.
I mean, when they just won, they went up 2 spots when they just won last week.
Yeah, but it's going to get too
played.
crowded. It's going to get too crowded.
Beat fucking who did they beat? They beat a dog shit. They beat Iowa.
Bro,
to be fair, was a ranked team.
I was gonna say I don't think they're that shit, but
no, they're not shit. It's going to be no offense, right? Don't get mad with what I'm about to say, but it's going to be the bias. They're not jumping a 2-loss Georgia or a 2-loss Oklahoma. Yeah, none of that shit. It's not happening. It won't happen.
Who else does? So I guess we should look at these games of from 8 to from number 7 in the bracket to number 10 because 11 and 12 are taken already by fucking Tulane and Miami.
Right.
But I guess you should look at the games that are still left to be played from number, let's say 6 to 10.
Their job's going to be very difficult this year. I'm going to tell you
because this is
first of all,
what's Georgia Tech ranked?
We're throwing out a shit
16 right now.
We're throwing out
There's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Is Texas going to beat Texas A&M? Probably not.
See, but that's my thing. I think
you never know though, bro.
But why complicate it? But why complicate it so much? Why not just push the top 12 on the, on the 20? You already have a top 25, so you got to make it to the top 12. Those top 12 teams make the brackets, and you generate matches from that instead of. No, but they're not doing that. No, they're grabbing from different conferences and whatever you say.
Season ain't over, homie.
No, I get that, but what I'm explaining is right. What you do is you already have a top 25 ranking. You have the top best 25. By the end of the season, you cut that in half. You're basically doing a cut the field format in bowling, but you're doing it on football. At the top 12 moves on into the championship matches. So if that was the case, Miami's out, Utah is in. BYU is in, Alabama is in, Notre Dame, like your top 12, and then the committee generate matches from there. I mean, you could easily go 1 to 12, 2 versus 11, whatever they want to do kind of format.
That's what they're doing.
But
that's what they're doing.
It's not. They're not doing that.
Tulane is in the playoff right now. Tulane
I know that.
They're ranked number 24, but they're in the playoff because of that stupid rule. They lost to the University of Texas San Antonio.
It's real-time ranking. That could change. Everything's going to change. It's not going to be this. You'll see. This is going to change tremendously. What happens? What happens if A&M wins? Does Georgia play A&M?
Yes.
So again, if you're going to the SEC championship regardless, you better win that game. 100%. You can't lose that game. You lose that game, you're going to be out.
But no.
Yes,
but that's not what. No. That's not the argument, though. The argument.
So you're telling me.
What's the argument?
Telling me
the argument is how
plays A&M. If Georgia plays A&M and Georgia beats A&M, they don't drop out with 1 loss.
Correct. But you'll have 2. you're gonna go out
Right, but the argument here
unless
is right.
unless USC beats Oregon.
I mean, you have a Tulane
But then
team.
USC's in.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to stop looking. We got to beat Georgia Tech. Let's be honest here.
I was gonna
Georgia
say
has to
I
beat
was
Georgia
just getting
Tech.
ready to say that too. I was like, you got
And
two
the
games
thing-
that are gonna be very very critical.
I was going to ask you too, because Georgia Tech is ranked 16th. If they beat
Mhm.
us, are they in? Well, they would go over Miami technically.
Well, they have to play. I think they have to play the ACC championship.
They would.
Well, yeah, against like SMU. I think whoever wins that game's in. I know they're in
That's
conference
ridiculous.
championship.
And even then,
He's-
SMU is not even ranked. So now you're gonna have an unranked team make it into the bracket. What's the purpose of a top
I'm
25
saying that
ranking?
correctly. I'm saying that correctly, right? Exactly, because they still have to take a conference champion, right? They don't get to bye, but is that still the rule? They have to take a
Yeah,
conference
so
champion?
conference champions make it no matter what their ranking is, but now they don't get the buys.
So,
The
yeah.
buys is just
So,
the top 4 teams.
I think it's
now,
Georgia
so
Tech or
there's
SMU, unless
5.
crazy shit happens.
So right now it's technically Miami.
But I don't know how, because
Yeah, I
It's
don't
because
understand how
it's
either.
because of the way they're doing these rankings, because it's not about your ranking as the top 25 is divided as in your ACC, your SEC, your Big 10 conferences. So it's your conference ranking, it's not your actual top 25 ranking. Like Mark is saying, Georgia Tech is locked for the ACC championship, right? So then
I
that's
know.
what I'm saying, right? So the issue that it doesn't make sense to me is Tulane is ranked at 24th with an 8-2 record, but you have a Georgia Tech team that's 16 with a 9-1, and it's not even in the bracket. So why are we having a Tulane team that's 8-2 and
And
ranked
quick-
24th?
Quick thing about Tulane. When they played a ranked team, they played Ole Miss. They lost 45-10. Who
Yeah, but
wants
guys,
to watch
again,
that again in the playoff? We
This
want
is
to
not
watch
the
good
final.
games, bro.
It's not the final bracket.
No, I
No, I
get
know
it.
that.
We
We're just
know we get that.
hypothetical right now.
But the thing is, that spot where Tulane is at goes to whoever is on spot 24.
It's gonna get taken. It's gonna get taken. You'll see.
Yeah, but
Why not?
Miami.
the
So
question
Miami needs help. Miami needs help to get in the championship. They can still get in the ACC championship. That's why
Yes.
they're up there.
yeah, but the
And if they
question
go-
is
they could go play Georgia
Yeah,
Tech. If they win,
they're
they're
the
in.
highest ranked. What's crazy to me is Georgia Tech clinched the ACC championship game. Like they're gonna go, but Miami's
will
ranked
go.
above them. That's why Miami's in 11 and not Georgia Tech.
So that's going to be a Mark quote. It's going to be strength schedule.
Yeah.
That they're looking at there.
I mean,
Again, man, it's not a flawless process, right? I mean,
No, of course not.
again, the only way to
I
really
just
do this
think
right is
it's
every
taking-
fucking team goes to the playoffs, right? Because you can always make a case that somebody should have went over someone else. I mean, this is much better than the BCS days where only 2 teams would go. You know what I'm saying?
all right, I got a big one here for you guys. Mark might be sick, but he's a little bit sicker in the head after he just sent me this massive paragraph here for give you guys a little further argument.
You should have just
So-
got on the phone.
So, clinching scenarios for each ACC team to make it to the conference championship. Georgia
Mhm.
Tech will make the ACC title if they beat Pittsburgh. Virginia makes it to the title game if they beat Virginia Tech. Easy dub
about
for
Virginia.
them.
forgot about
SMU loses to Louisville or Cal. Pittsburgh loses to Georgia Tech or Miami. Miami
Mhm.
will
So this is all for Georgia Tech to win.
essentially, I
Georgia Tech to
guess,
go.
yes, essentially for
Okay.
Georgia Tech, all that happening.
I think this is scenarios
That's
for
a-
each team he's breaking down. Not all
I
that
think
has
he's
to happen.
saying-
For
Yeah,
Georgia
so
Tech.
basically, so this is for Georgia
I
Tech to
think
make
one of
it.
those have to happen. For
I
Georgia
think
Tech.
something like that has to happen. So Georgia Tech, they gotta beat Pittsburgh for
I
Virginia
think
to
that's
make
the only
it.
thing they have to do.
Yes, so Virginia to make it to the ACC title, they gotta beat Virginia Tech.
So they both control their own destinies.
Correct.
essentially.
But for Virginia, they have to beat Virginia Tech. SMU has to lose to Louisville or Cal, and Pittsburgh has to lose to Georgia Tech or Miami. So that's more variables for the Virginia team to make it. Now, when it comes to Miami, he's saying Miami to make it to the title, they have to beat Virginia Tech and Pitt. Virginia has to beat Virginia Tech. Pitt beats
Yes.
Georgia Tech. Duke
need
beats
help.
North
A lot of it.
Carolina. SMU has to beat Louisville, and Cal has to beat SMU. Wake Forest beats Duke. I mean, what the hell are we talking about, Mark? You got the whole menu. The whole conference has to go into a.
The stars have to
They have
align,
to
yeah.
basically go Wakata for Miami to make it in. That's insane.
What did he just say? Wakata.
Wakata, dude. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
So
But
it's
then-
unlikely.
Yeah,
It's
but then
unlikely
he's
that that's
also
gonna
saying Miami can also make the ACC title in the scenario above if Louisville beats SMU and SMU then beats Cal. Wake Forest will still have to beat Duke as well in order for the
This is
Kings
a
to
lot
win
of
the
shit to
tiebreaker.
take in.
That's massive. That's a lot of variables
gonna-
for Miami to make it. I mean,
It's probably
as-
probably not going to happen.
that is some crazy, honestly. But now
It's
he's
probably
saying,
going to be UVA and Georgia Tech.
yeah, I mean, he's saying Pittsburgh could make it in the ACC, but they have to beat Georgia Tech and Miami. SMU loses to Louisville or Cal. Virginia beats Virginia Tech. I feel like there's just so many variables to make that work. No,
So hold on.
the
So
Miami
hold on.
one was
Hold on.
crazy there, Mark. That one was a
Bro.
little crazy.
Yeah, that was like a Wikipedia copy.
Yeah,
of that
that's
shit.
crazy.
Very long.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to happen. Yes, the ACC champion does get an automatic bid. So they're not
Yeah.
even on the board right now, Zach. This is what I was telling you earlier. Whoever loses that SEC championship, if it's A&M, they might slide by, but somebody's getting pushed out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they have to. There's not enough teams. Again, Georgia or Virginia, probably. That looks like the scenario. Whoever wins the ACC title game is going to be there. There's another spot filled. Let's say they keep Tulane. They say they have to do that. There's 2 spots filled.
Yeah, because I
You
guess
got Ohio
the
State,
number
you got
12.
Indiana, you got all these teams. There's only 12 people.
Yeah, because the number 12 spot goes to whoever is on the 24th ranked spot, essentially. If I understand that rule correctly, it's not anything.
No.
So who does it
No,
go
maybe
to?
So the 12th spot goes to the highest ranked group of 5 conference. So out of
Non-champion.
all of the group of 5, so you take like the MAC, the ACC, or not the ACC, the AAC.
So like the
all of those
American
conferences.
and all that stuff.
So any conference that's not Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC. So any of
Right.
those other conferences, whoever is the highest ranked team out of all of those conferences automatically gets the 12th spot, which I think
Yeah.
is stupid.
So
That's-
he's
it's so
Mark is saying they might just push out the teams that don't make it to the title game. Is essentially what could happen.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think they push out the teams that lose them, possibly, depending on who loses it.
Yeah.
You're going to be tough to make this playoff with the way it is shaping up. With 2, if you got 3, you damn sure ain't making it. If you got
Yeah.
2, you can't. You better have lost them early. I don't think you can lose late for
Again,
your second
I
loss.
think it's just crazy the way it's set up. And again, this is more from someone that's just gotten into college football. Again, all you hear is how about these top 25 ranks are so important. Before the season starts, during the season, all the way to the end, and then you don't grab the top 12 from that and make it into the playoff bracket. Makes absolutely no sense. Like, what's the purpose of really the ranking
Well,
at
I
the end of the
think
day?
they will do that once all the games are played.
So
There's still a bunch of
Mark
games
just
to
sent
play.
me. He just sent me a scenario too. I thought that Georgia was automatically in the SEC game. They're actually not.
I didn't think
So-
so either. That was the most
This
likely
is-
scenario that I read you earlier.
Yeah, so he sent me this here. So Georgia reaches the SEC championship game if Auburn beats Alabama. If Alabama wins, Alabama's in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
They would play A&M because they beat us, and so they would
That
be
might
7
be
and
good for
1.
you. Yeah,
I
that's good for you.
I agree.
That's good for you.
So they would be 7 and 1 in conference play, but they would put them ahead of us, of course, because they beat us. So because we are also 7 and 1 in conference play. So
Alabama would
that's
have to win. They would have to win that. game.
Yeah, they'd have to beat Auburn.
So they'd be-
Scenario 2.
I'm talking about
is,
they have to win the title. They have to beat A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't, if they lose that conference championship, they're out. They're not going to make the playoff.
I'm not. So I'm talking about Georgia just making. I'm not talking about making the playoff. I'm talking about making the actual.
I know, but I
conference
was
game.
talking about Bama. 'cause
But he's
you
talking
said
about Bama. He's saying if they
Bama makes
lose
it
that,
and
if they
plays.
lose that SEC championship game, they're out. They're not
Oh,
making
they're
it.
out. 100%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. Yeah, with
But
3
why don't you
losses,
feel
of
the
course.
same way? Why don't you feel the same way about Georgia?
Because if they lose,
If they were to get in there and lose, they would be out too.
I don't think they drop that far. Only because of the rankings, the way that they have them ranked.
Yeah, because they have
'Cause
him
right
up
now
at
Bama's
5.
10 because of who they lost
Sorry,
to.
Georgia's at 4th. They wouldn't. They're not gonna drop more than
You
6
can't.
spots.
If you lost to Bama, you can't. They won't kick out Bama. They can't kick out Oklahoma for that fact because they beat Bama. And again, we're just running out of spots, dude.
Yeah, I know. So basically, we got to fucking win. I mean, that's all that matters. We just got to win. But
Yes.
okay. So first scenario 1 was Auburn has to beat Alabama. Scenario 2, Texas beats Texas A&M.
That's a tough one.
Ole Miss beats Mississippi State. Georgia wins a 3-way tie with Alabama and Ole Miss based on conference opponents' winning percentage. God, see,
That's
and
too
then
much, man.
actually Ole Miss can still reach the title game, but they need the most help. They have to beat Mississippi State. Texas has to beat A&M, and Auburn has to beat Alabama.
Yeah, that's a tough.
So
I mean,
if
how many
if
weeks?
somehow Texas beats A&M and Auburn beats Alabama, Ole Miss gets in.
I mean, how many
instead of
how
us.
many weeks are we talking about that you have left before it's a
2.
final? So you got 2 weeks
2.
left. I
Weeks.
mean, that's
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Almost
I
done.
mean, that's way
Lot
too many
has to
crazy
happen.
variables. You know, I mean, good lord, you might need an entire all this season for all that to happen.
Well, that's why this bracket is shit, and it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because there's way too much to go on.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
still
it's
a
very
lot
tough.
to go through because
I'm sure frankly, I probably think they didn't put a lot of time into this one because they know that, right?
Yeah.
It's not
probably
gonna stay the same.
that last one always takes the longest. That
Yeah,
last
it's not
one
gonna
takes
stay
like a
the
day
same,
and a
man.
half or whatever it is.
Why would
for
you
them to
put a
do.
bunch of hours into it when you know there's so much football left to be played?
Yeah.
I mean, again, we got
So, I mean,
we got
biggest-
one big game this weekend.
Yeah.
Could change a lot.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, we can then go ahead
A couple
and
big games actually.
yeah, there's a couple. So we'll push there and look over here into our where did this go? Let's see. Oh
I
no.
lost it.
I lost
God.
it. Hold on. That ain't good. Boys, that's never good. Let's take a look here. I know TikTok has it, but I lost it over here on the other one for I do not know where they went. Oh, there it is. Found it. Let's get to the Pickens part here. We got some
Pickens.
good games coming in and good look. I was looking for it everywhere. I was like, where'd it go? I lost it.
Where'd it go?
But we got some big ones here. Again, no Mark, but we do got the picks for Marks for this week. So we'll fix that here real quick so you guys can see it a little bit better. But we got the matchups out here for week 13 here for college football. Some big ones here, some good matches. Let's see, let me pull mine up here so that way Mark doesn't yell at me that I didn't do my assignment. But we start with BYU and Cincinnati. For Mark, same pick as mine, going with BYU. I think they're being disrespected and not being put in that bracket. I think it's gonna give them a little extra fire. So give me BYU on this weekend matchup.
BYU.
All right, beautiful.
Real quick, I know
yeah.
we're jumping
No,
ahead
you're
too
good,
much, but BYU, obviously, if BYU loses to Texas Tech in the conference, they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would agree with that.
I think any team that loses when it goes to those championship games, I think you just might as well just pack it up and go home. I think
If it's your first loss,
yeah,
I think that argument changes.
right.
If
That's
it's
what
your
I'm saying.
second,
If we're talking about Ohio State, you're talking about Indiana. I don't know. I think Texas A&M is also unranked. Or sorry, they don't have a loss on their record. So that top three.
There's only 3 teams left.
Yeah, so you lose on your conference title. I don't think you're getting kicked out. You might drop a little bit, but I don't think it's that much, at all on that end of things. So, again, now if you're going in there with 2 losses, yeah, you might as well just pack it up, drink your warm milk and cookies and go to bed.
we'll say this real quick because I know we got to get into the picks, but A&M's got a pretty good hard road here. I mean, they got Texas and they got the SEC championship. I mean, that's probably the hardest road.
Yeah.
to go. I don't know. We got Michigan, and then we got the Big Ten championship. I mean, we got a tough road too.
I don't
I
think.
think y'all are gonna smoke Michigan.
Michigan's playing better, man, and they always. I mean, it is what it is.
Give me a barbecue roasted Wolverine, on that one. But
Yeah, me too.
you
Me
got
too.
the Gators and the Tennessee matchup going in there. Mark went with the Gators. Very surprising pick by Mark to pick the Gators. But give me Tennessee taking a double on that one against the Gator. I think DJ Lagway goes for three picks, one being a pick six on that game.
Picked the damn Gators like 3 times on upsets, and they haven't pulled one of them off. They've been close, so give me Tennessee.
I am. I'm actually with Marky Mark on this one. I'm taking the Gators at home.
Nice. All right. The swamp does get loud, so we'll see. You got Penn State and injured Nebraska. I don't think Mahomes' Temu version is. I don't think he's still back. I think he might be still out for the season, I believe. But give me Penn State. Same pick for Mark there. He's going with Penn State this weekend.
Give me Nebraska because I'm not picking Penn State.
I'm with you, Josh. Give me the Corn Huskers.
Mm-hmm.
Husker. Husker.
Oh,
I don't know what their shit is, but whatever.
Hey, Huskum is pretty tough.
Huskum.
Awesome.
Go
You got
Huskers, so.
you got Georgia Tech and Pitt. Mark is picking Pitt on this matchup. Give me Georgia Tech.
Of course he is.
Making a big push on that one. I think Georgia Tech wins the next 2 games. I think they win against Pitt, and I think they win against Georgia. I already picked Georgia Tech 3 weeks ago, so that I'm already picking my upset ahead of time. So yeah, give me Georgia Tech again on this one.
I'm gonna tell you on this one, boys. Watch this game. Pitt. I think is gonna be right there. I'm gonna take Georgia Tech, but it's gonna be tight, and I mean tight.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jackets too, but
Mm.
I'm very nervous for that game. I ain't gonna lie. It's in Georgia Tech, so I'm pretty nervous for that game. Last year, obviously, we went to 7 overtimes. Like, it's gonna be a good game again. But I'm taking the Jackets this week against the Pittsburgh.
All right. Well, you got the Utes, I believe, against Northwestern. I could be wrong.
Shit, did he get it right?
Is that
No,
right?
that is Kansas State Prison.
Kansas State. Fuck.
I didn't
They-
see. 'Cause
Same
I got
colors.
mine
To
marked
be
up.
fair, same colors.
Yeah, but it always gets me. I
They have the
forgot.
best
I
match.
forgot Northwestern is just the end. It's like that matching purple. I forgot. They didn't have enough NIL money to make a better logo. That's what it was. I forgot.
What's Northwestern's mascot? Are they the same mascot?
I
I
have
thought it was
no
a
idea.
Wildcat.
It
So
might-
so
I
is
think it's
Kansas
like a
State. I'm pretty
Wildcat.
sure.
Yeah,
Right?
it might be similar.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You said Northwestern. Kansas State's a Wildcat. What is Northwestern?
That's a very good
Shit, I don't
question.
even know. Who are they?
Well,
Are they
in
even? I don't know.
in updates here for those watching tonight's game, Nico Collins is going to the tent with a chest contusion.
Fuck.
But
Damn it, that's my
yeah,
wide receiver.
give me the Utes. Mark also picked the Utes for this matchup. Their ranks, and I think they keep it going. So
Utes, all day.
Yeah, I'm taking Utah too. Northwestern is also the Wildcats.
wow,
Okay.
it was
so
a buy.
same-
It was a buy one and get one free on the collars and mascots out there. Oh
Same
Lord,
color, same mascot, baby.
That's
Here we
actually
go.
pretty
It
crazy.
says buy one get one.
it was buy one get one, man.
Not the
Give me
logo.
the Utes.
You got your next matchup. You got Vanderbilt and University of Kentucky. It is not basketball season, so I will be picking Vanderbilt on this matchup. Rather easy for me. Mark also picked Vandy on this one.
Yeah, Vandy, but it's close, man. Kentucky got a little tough team there. They'll make it interesting, but Vandy.
I agree.
All right. Your next matchup is SMU against Louisville. Mark is going with SMU. I'm gonna go with Louisville. I think they'll play the same way they did to Miami, and I think they'll take a dub there.
Nah, you smoking something. SMU all day long. Easy win.
I'm with you, Ryan. Give me the Cardinals.
All right.
Split house.
Let's see. There's another one there.
This next one is interesting.
Yeah, this one here is rather interesting. You got Mizzou against the Boomer Sooners. But give me Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma keeps pushing along. And takes it home. For Mark, he picked Mizzou for this matchup.
Whoa. I mean, bold pick, man. This is one of those big games we were just talking about, Zach. I mean, Oklahoma loses, they're gone, right? And they're not going to get in.
Right. And to be fair, I think so. Sort of going back to it, but including them because we're talking about them. One of these teams from 8 to like 14, one of them are gonna lose.
I
One of them are
agree.
gonna end up losing, and their chances are out. Would this be the week for Oklahoma? I'm taking Oklahoma, but it's gonna be closer than
Oklahoma.
people think. I
Boomer
think.
Sooner,
Don't be
baby. Oklahoma.
don't be surprised though if they lose.
I wouldn't be surprised, but Mizzou,
Yeah.
I don't think Mizzou's got what it takes to beat Oklahoma, bro.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's playing good football right now. Give me Oklahoma.
Alrighty. Well, your next matchup here. Oh, he just went away from me. NC State against FSU. That's a pretty.
Jesus.
But listen, we're acting like NC State didn't pull up a goddamn nasty
Why are we
win.
picking this game?
I
We're picking this game over fucking Virginia Tech, Miami.
Nobody said that though. We gotta get through this so I can get to that first. But give me FSU taking a dub this weekend against NC State. But don't be surprised if NC State pulls another win out of their ass because it could happen. Mark also picked FSU on this one here.
Wolfpack, baby. Give me the Wolfpack.
That's
Oh,
it.
I'm taking the Knowles.
Big
Oh,
Knowles.
what the? F-
Nico
No,
Collins
fucking
My bad,
returned.
guys.
time, everything.
Nico Collins returned
You
to
know what?
the.
Switch my
They
pick.
came back.
Give it a pack.
What are we doing?
Oh, he
now?
switched it. He
Are you
switched
are
it.
you switching it?
Yeah.
Give it a
look at
pack.
that.
Okay, all right. He's going with NC State on that one.
Oh, man,
Well,
Florida State.
a big matchup here: Oregon versus USC.
Mm.
So I think this is gonna be a good one here. Mark already went with the Oregon Ducks. Listen, they haven't done me wrong. I'm sure they're gonna have some sick uniform, and we're gonna still ride with them. So give me the Ducks. I have no upset this week whatsoever. So just give me the
We got one more
Oregon.
game left to pick.
Well,
so
it's
be
not too
careful.
much of that one. So
No. Well,
This is
Not-
a 3:30 game too. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a night game.
not so fast, my friend. I like what Oregon's doing, but I don't like them enough. I don't think they have enough juice. I like the way USC's playing. Give me that upset. Give me USC. That's my upset.
I'm taking the Ducks on this one, and I need the Ducks to win for Georgia's sake. That's all I'm gonna say.
mm. So now you're
I
just being
disagree.
selfish.
Yep.
Now you're just being selfish. Well, listen, Mark is not here, so we can remove this in here. I will remove that. That way you guys don't get bored of that. But listen, we have a good game. We have Virginia Tech and we have Miami. Okay, and listen, we have stats, right? I mean, they got this new coach talking about natties that he couldn't even win when he was in Penn State. So it makes no sense to me whatsoever how this man just goes into an interview right away and says that Miami is leading this made up rivalry of some sort. They're 26-15 since 1953. They are in the last 10 years. Miami is taking them down to a road of 8-2. So I'm dying on that hill that the Miami Hurricanes just take a big dub this weekend against Virginia Tech. I am riding all the way down there with my man Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I am jumping on them shoulders when he was back there in 1994 with that Miami Hurricanes team. So yeah. Forget about the Sandman. Forget about the loud music. Forget about all that. Ain't nothing better than Dwayne The Rock Johnson with Baby Oil in 1994 tackling them people
Wow,
down
what
there.
the
So,
What are we talking about, baby?
hey
No, no,
man,
no.
hey man, that's how he was down there. It
Shut his
wasn't
mic
me.
his mic off. No baby oil.
So yeah, give me the U all day long against Virginia Tech. They have no chance.
You spouted a lot of shit there, Ryan. That was
Mhm.
interesting. I don't
I-
think it's a difficult game. I don't think it's even a big game. I think it's Miami should win this. Now, they're playing in my hometown, which I love dearly. And if you've never been to a Virginia Tech or game, I encourage you to do so because it's very electric, very fun. You hired the wrong coach. Let me look right at you and tell you, if you're celebrating this hire, this is the reason your program stays the way it does, because that is a mediocre coach. I don't want to hear he's going to make us better than we were bullshit. Okay. He was the boss of the guy you just fired. It's the same damn dude, essentially.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing? Like, why are you? Swear to God, I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. If you want your program to be relevant, why is this the guy? Anyway, Miami's gonna win. But keep Blacksburg and my Hokie friends. Jesus.
And your prayers
Go
for
ahead,
sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami too. I don't think it'll be close either. I will say I'll probably tune in for the beginning of the game if they show Enter Sandman on TV because it is electric. I would love to go there one time for a game just
Yeah.
to do that.
It's awesome.
That's about
It
it.
is awesome.
Just to do that. But is Franklin even coaching this game or is he just there?
think so.
I
No,
believe
think he's coached.
I believe he's gonna be in the sidelines. I believe next week is when he's going to be actually calling plays. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Then Virginia Tech people, they don't know what the hell they're doing half of the time, so he might
Well,
just end up coaching.
Ryan, before I go away, because I don't want to disrespect the Hokies that much. Shout out to my man Bud Foster. I saw him on the sideline. Y'all bring him back. Let him show you how to coach.
Mm.
Maybe you need a little Bud Foster in your life. I don't know. I hired
Maybe.
him 14 times over James Franklin. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, listen,
I didn't think James Franklin was going to go there. I thought he was going to go
no.
to LSU.
Yeah, I mean that again. I mean, yeah, he does have a winning record. I get it. Well, he was there, but there's nothing else. It's just no national championships out there. Shout out to my man Scott. By the way, just so you know, again, I know you're probably watching. Colorado does have a national championship in 1994. 1994, by the way, when I was just coming out into this beautiful world.
That's what he said to you.
So
probably
yeah,
before you were
yeah. I
born.
mean, 1994 is still a national
was
championship.
right.
Virginia Tech still had a chance to do it. They didn't do it. So yeah, the only other special pick for me today, my coworker is a huge fan of Notre Dame. He actually went to Syracuse as well, but he gave me some stats about this game. Not a big game, but I mean Notre Dame is also ranked at number 9, but they didn't make it into that list today for the picks. So he did give me some stats today. It is Jeremiah Love. Last game is the senior day for the Notre Dames down there, the Irish. It's going to be their last game at their stadium, so them boys are going to ball out there. He also wants you all to be looking at Darian Price. That is the second running back in that team. He believes it's going to be a big impact in that game and coming up for that team. So give me the Irish. Give me the Irish taking a big win. I believe from what he said, at the very least, 3 TDs victory going to be for that game. So
Who are they playing?
they're playing Syracuse, a basketball school, But hey, a dub is a dub at the end of the day.
If they don't score 3 touchdowns, I'd be a little
I
disappointed.
I think they're favorites by like 30 points or something like that. So yeah.
They better score more than 3. But yeah, he's not wrong. Notre Dame's got a great pair of running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alrighty, well we'll go.
Their running back. He'll be a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
In the draft next year, 100%.
Yeah. He should have gone to Ohio. Probably just would have been a top 2 pick. That's the kind of production they have there.
Bo Jackson, bro, we good.
Hey man, you can never have too many running backs. Look at my fantasy team. But we'll jump here quickly to the NFL picks for week 12. We got some good matchups and we got some all right matchups out here. Let me pull up Mark's out here since he's still apparently sick in the bathroom. Good Lord.
I pulled a Ryan this week. I completely forgot to make my picks, so I'm going to be making them live.
What a guy.
Whoa.
Well, we got your Thursday night matchup that's happening right now. Mark and I, we picked the Bills. Pretty easy going on that one. No idea what the game is going. I know Nico Collins came back into the game, but I have no idea what the score is.
It's 20-16 Texans,
yeah,
and I picked the Texans.
Nice.
Y'all better stop sleeping on the Texans, man. I just told y'all that they got one of the better defenses. I picked it to be the best defense in the NFL. I don't know what y'all are thinking. Yeah, Texans.
Only because I mean they're still missing Stroud, but I picked the Bills to win.
Yeah, but they're. Did you not see their backup?
Yeah, David Mills has been playing. He's been playing good, honestly.
Yeah,
he's been playing pretty good.
Maybe he'll play real good, and they'll trade us CJ Stroud in the offseason. That'd be great.
That'll never happen.
Oof.
No, but I could fantasize.
They'll trade Davis Mills.
I might take him too. What we working with?
Well, but your next matchup,
it's Aaron in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I believe he was full practice today too. So, but the next matchup,
it's not in the start. He's playing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was bad enough to get him hurt and get him Kenny Pickett out there. So I mean, he's all those parts they don't make them anymore, man. Once you hit that 4 in front of that number, they don't make them parts, man. You can't
So Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's playing up
You
north. He's
Mason
playing.
Rudolph?
It's
Hold on.
about the
They're
same,
playing
man.
in Chicago, and he's got a broken hand, dude. And you get hit on that in the cold, he's
He's
gonna be
fine.
gone. Yeah.
The-
Okay.
oh, and they're playing the
About three
Bears.
plays.
He's playing.
About three
He
plays.
hates the Bears.
Yeah, he's fine.
He owns the Bears, according to him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, he does. Technically speaking, he does since he was in Green Bay. But that's your next
Same
matchup.
team.
Green Bay against Minnesota. Your Super Bowl champions upcoming here. But give me Green Bay. Mark for some reason got some scribble going on around Minnesota. I don't know. I don't even know why he would pick that. But give me Green Bay all day long on that one.
Packers.
Packers.
All righty. We got the Lions and the Giants. Not so big going on right down there and wherever they're at. But give me the Lions whooping that Giants butt.
Yeah. Lions.
Yeah, I never
Zach?
said I'd pick against them again, but I'm going to. Give me the
I was
Lions,
gonna
bro.
say
We
you're
suck.
crazy.
Somebody's
terrible.
Giving yourself a
somebody's
loss. Terrible.
breaking 2 legs on this game now. Somebody's gonna snap him
I
in the
know.
first route.
I thought you was fitting
So-
around that Jameis Winston train. I was about to be like, nah, bro, don't do it.
Well, I think Jackson's back.
Yes, yeah, he
Oh.
he was practicing. He
He was a
practicing.
no contact. Yeah, he was no
Yeah.
contact in practice, but yeah,
Okay.
it's not gonna matter, bro. I mean, we have the second worst record in the league right now. We have the number 2 pick in the draft. Fuck it, just keep losing. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got one of the better offenses playing one of the worst offenses. You got Seattle going against the Tennessee Titans this weekend. Give me Seattle by 50,000.
Yeah, Seattle big, man, for sure. I mean, you know what? Let me back up. It probably won't be big because these are the games that are all weird. They win, but
Yeah.
it might be closer than you think.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of with Ryan here. I think this might get ugly, boys. I'm taking Seattle pretty big here.
Yeah, I
Who'd
mean
Mark
that
pick? Did you say who Mark picked?
he picked Seattle. Yeah, I mean that defense is pretty nasty. I mean it gets pretty crazy.
If he picked Tennessee, I'd have to send somebody out to check on him.
Yeah.
I know he's sick, but
Yeah.
if he went that far, we got to go check on him.
Yeah, and then
Hey, his boy, Mark's boy Xavier Restrepo is making his debut. He's back with Cam Ward.
maybe 2 catches for 15
Right.
yards. Don't got a lot of time to
Hey.
throw it, so hey,
That's more than us.
and that's true. Hey, put me on that flag football field, man. I'll be huffing and puffing down there, boy. No contact though, no contact. You got Indianapolis Colts going against Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like that's a pretty good matchup, but give me the Colts on that matchup. Mark is also picking up the Colts this Sunday.
I know I want to pick the Colts, man, but for some reason I just got a feeling KC's going to come out and be KC that we know. Taking the Chiefs. Slight upset.
Yeah, I'm with you, Josh. This is, I mean, are they 5-5 or 5-4 now?
5-5.
Chiefs?
5-5.
Yeah,
Five
they're
and five.
5-5, but this is, I mean, Patrick Mahomes. I think he's gonna step up, and it's at home too. I think the Chiefs squeak this one out too.
That's another reason I picked
This
it.
is
You
one
also
of the
have-
games that they shouldn't win, but they will.
Yeah, and you also have Isaiah Pacheco coming back and joining the running back group, so Kareem Hunt
I was
has
just
been
thinking-
doing good.
I was just thinking about when the Colts, I was riding real high on the Colts and the Steelers smacked them around. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
eh,
It can happen. Just the same way that anything can happen in this matchup. You got New England Patriots and going against the Bengals. No Jamar Chase for spitting around. No
Disgusting.
bueno. 500,000 and a 1-game suspension. That's a whole lot of bread. That's a whole lot of bread for spitting around. But give me Drake May whooping it around down there and taking a dub. Mark also picked up the New England Patriots this weekend.
yeah, brief discussion on, if you spit on another human being, you're a scum of the earth. I think this is why I hate social media, because in my day, if you did that, you wouldn't have 0 teeth, and you probably deserve every second of it. But anyway, give me the Patriots for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even Mike Tomlin was like, if somebody spits on you, you do whatever comes natural.
It's
So, I mean-
disgusting, bro. It's the
Yeah.
ultimate
Yeah.
disrespect.
I mean, he
The
got in
fact
there and
that-
he had smacked him too. He got a good smack out of that one.
Yeah.
And then
The
the guy
fact that
just
though in
is
the
like, "Oh, I
locker
didn't
room he
do
was
it."
like, he's like, I didn't spit on him. And the video
know there's-
clearly shows.
There's a million cameras in the world today that we can zero in on a pimple on
Yeah.
your fucking nose, dude.
That was
I
that
know
wasn't
he's
even 4K. That was 8K. The way they got him on one of the
Not
angles.
only did you spit on him, you lied about it. I mean, and I like Jamar Chase. Now I think he's a piece of shit. That's disgusting. Bro.
Yeah.
Should never do that. Again,
Yeah.
I wish
I'm
Ramsey
gonna
would have tore his helmet off and elbowed his face off. That would have been great.
I'm gonna do something I didn't think I would do, right? So I know they're missing Jamar Chase. I still think give me the Bengals. I know it sounds crazy.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take the Bengals. This is the upset that I think is gonna happen.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know why. Just something about this matchup. I mean, Drake May, he's been on a slow. He's still playing very well. He's been on a slow
Yeah.
decline though.
A little bit.
I will say the Bengals defense is completely shit, but that offense still gets going even with Joe Flacco. I know without Jamar Chase, but T Higgins had a big game last week too.
I agree with you.
So
I think Flacco's good. The problem is the Bengals have no defense. Zero.
right, exactly.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know why, but I'm gonna take the Bengals.
All
Shout out
right.
to my mom.
Do you?
All right. Well, we got the Steelers and the Chicago Bears. It seems like the Steelers win one, lose one, win one, and then they lose one. So I'm gonna go with that kind of projection, which is kind of like my moment right now. So I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one. I know A-Rod, you know, he's owned the Bears for many years. But that left wrist, it didn't look good. You know, so give me the Bears in that one. Mark went with the Steelers this weekend.
Good pick, Mark. I'm going with the Steelers. I'm not switching my pick this week. I switched it last week. I've been disrespecting my team. You know. Yeah, Steelers.
This is another one, man. I don't know what it is, but I'm taking the Bears.
I mean, they're at Chicago. I mean, I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I almost picked them too. If I'm being honest.
Honestly, you should have. Every time you pick against the Steelers, they actually end up winning. It's been working out, I guess, you know, for that end. Yeah.
Point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you got some weird juju going on in this game, but you got the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets playing. I believe they ended up benching Justin Fields for Tyrod Taylor because I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I guess they're trying to secure that number one pick. I guess at that point, whatever. I guess, but give me Baltimore by 1,000 in this game.
I don't think it's going to be by 1,000 because, again, I think this is one of those weird games. It's just going to be tough, but I think Baltimore wins. And Jets coach, like, bro, what are you doing? In all seriousness, you paid. Let's just say you think Tyrod Taylor is better than Justin Fields. You would really be a weird dude if you really believe that. And then part two, you paid Justin Fields a shit ton of money, and to bench him, that is crazy wild. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we keep beating a dead horse with this fucking Justin Fields conversation, but I think it was a horrible decision. Just let him play at this point.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Like, yeah, but I'm taking the Ravens too. I think they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, Marky
Jets
also
defense is horrible now.
Yeah. Well, the next matchup is gonna be the Jaguars versus Arizona. Give me the Jags. Give me T-Law going off once again. Marky's also picking up the Jaguars in this game.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I like what I'm seeing from the Jags. I think they're competitive. You know, all the disrespect on Trevor Lawrence's name, I've heard a lot of it. Like he was the biggest bust of all time. I don't know what kind of football they're watching. I don't think he's great, but give me the Jags, bro. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags too. I don't really have much to say about it. I'm kind of leaning. He's okay.
He's all right. He's been all right.
Yeah.
Well, you got your.
He needs more protection.
Yeah.
He needs a lot, but
he needs a little bit more time. I'd say that's about it. You have your next year MVP, Shedeur Sanders, making his debut. Taking from the get-go, from the first quarter, against the bum-ass Raiders. But give me Shedeur Sanders. I mean, he's angry. They broke into his house. They took his personal belongings. They took the purses, man. But they couldn't take the grit from him, man. Give me the watch showing up 3 times for 300 yards against the Raiders this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you say? Debuted first of all, and then
essentially, yeah. Shedeur Sanders, next year's MVP. Lock it in right now, dog.
I mean,
don't put the house on it. But
I wouldn't put a house on it. But anyway, I think the Browns are going to win. Las Vegas is that bad, but I don't think it's like Shador might have 200 yards passing.
hey,
It's
that's
going to be
good. That's all
Browns
right.
defense. Browns defense will be dominating that game, and yeah, Browns.
Yeah, I mean the Raiders have 0 receiving core. I mean they have Brock Bowers, but
Trey Tucker.
And no
good dog.
quarterback. And no quarterback.
I was gonna say they have
Yeah,
more of
Gino's not
a
playing very well.
they have a wide receiving core. They just don't have anybody throwing the ball.
Yeah,
What do you mean they have a white receiving core? Why are you making it about color?
Well, because they got they have Trey Tucker. They have Brock
didn't-
Bauer.
he didn't say white. He didn't say
I
white.
know.
Oh, it's the accent. Yeah, the accent's getting
I'm
thicker now.
messing with it.
Yeah, it's I will say if they were gonna pull the trigger, I mean this is the game to do it, to go ahead and start him. This is
Yeah.
I mean, Max Crosby's gonna be foaming at the mouth though to try to get him a couple sacks on the day.
Yeah.
But I think the Browns sneak it out too. I think he gets a win. I don't think he throws for a lot of yards, to be honest. I think this is a Quinshon Judkins game, if you ask me.
I like it.
And why not Quinshon? I'd give him the ball.
Yeah. Well, the next matchup is actually a pretty good one. You got the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles. The game of the week at 425. Honestly, it's this one is a hard one to pick. I'm gonna change the pick because I was gonna go with the Cowboys. But every time I pick against the Eagles, they win. So give me the Eagles. Mark also picked the Eagles to win this weekend. Hopefully they figure something out there. I need me some fantasy points, man. They've been letting me down. So
Eagles, bro. I mean, I think Dak's gonna have a good game. I think George Pickens is hard to contend with, but so is Jalen Hurts, man. I think he could be right up there with the MVP conversations as well. I got Jalen Hurts. I got the Eagles.
Yeah, I think this one's a little difficult. I'm taking the Eagles too, but the Cowboys are starting to get rolling a little bit with that offense, and their defense actually looks pretty good now with all the trades that they made.
Hold on. They played the Raiders. Let's be careful.
I was gonna say, I mean,
To be fair, but their offenses, they're one of the top offenses in the league, no matter who they play.
Dak's been balling.
Yeah,
but their
100%.
defense is trash.
I think last game, George Pickens had like 9 catches for like 150 or 140 yards,
he was
something like
monster.
that.
Yeah.
CD
Yeah,
ball.
this is gonna be another one of those weird ones though, where both offenses are very good, but it's gonna be very low scoring. It's gonna turn into a defensive game.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm taking the Eagles too, but I think it's gonna be lower than people think.
Yeah.
They're gonna run the ball all over the place.
Yeah, no, I like that one. But your next matchup here is gonna be Atlanta versus New Orleans. Michael Penix Jr. out for the season, which brings him back around. Kirk Cousins coming back around. I'm taking that one. I mean, I think New Orleans has Tyler Show, I think is his name. As
He's been throwing that thing though.
Yeah.
He's been tossing.
So yeah, but honestly, give me Kirk Cousins coming back around. Give me Kirk Cousins, old man rhythm like Joe Flacco. Taking on that one. Mark picked New Orleans on this matchup here.
I mean, don't give me Kirk Cousins. Give me the Falcons just because of Bijan, Drake London. Give me those guys. Don't give me Kirk Cousins.
I think London's out too.
Oh well,
might be.
Whoever else they got. But again, man, I hate it. Penix, man, that sucks, man. I really watched him in college. He was such just the way he throws the football, the way he can laser beam that thing in on a spot is just crazy. I hate that for him. Yeah. That's him and Jaden Daniels now, two of my top picks coming out of the draft, two of the best quarterbacks I thought I'd seen coming into the NFL. I just hate it. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, I'm with Marky Mark on this one. I'm actually going to take the Saints. The Falcons are falling apart, bro. They're missing they're missing their quarterback the last couple games. I mean, the Panthers are their kryptonite. They can't beat the Panthers. Yeah. I think New Orleans going to squeak it out. I don't know what happened, man. Atlanta's passing defense was very good. Like, their defense as a whole was very good. It's still pretty decent, but they've taken a toll, or they've dropped down over the past 4 or 5 weeks. But I'm going to take the Saints.
All right. Well, the nighttime matchup is the LA Rams versus Tampa Bay. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams out here taking a big dub. Marcus also taking the Rams here. I think the Rams to beat them by, say, probably 17 points.
You crazy. I wanted to take the Bucs, man, but it's in LA, so I'm going to take the Rams. But I think you know, the Bucks are gonna hang in there, man. You're sleeping on Baker.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. He's another one that hasn't been playing very well over the past 3-4 weeks. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
I mean,
Obviously, a lot of
He
people are
played
hurt.
pretty
But
damn good against the Bills, dude. They were right there. I mean,
But it wasn't the same dog from like the
Right.
beginning weeks when they were just
he don't play. He
smashing.
don't play defense, bro. He don't play defense. They
Yeah.
gave up like
For sure.
44 points. Like, it's not his fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams too. Matt Stafford is playing out of his mind.
He's playing very well.
I know the Bucks defense is a little banged up, so I'll take give me the Rams. This might be another like 350 to 400 yard game for him.
Need that on fantasy. Need him all day. Well, it seems like whoever is scheduling Monday games needs to retire because apparently we're doing varsity teams against JV practice squads just for the hell of it. But you got the 49ers going against the Carolina Panthers.
Have you not seen Carolina play recently, dude?
Yeah, but I mean, they got Ricky Tushak coming back this game. You know, you got Brock Purdy in there. I mean, it's just, you know, last week for Ricky Tushak, you know, it was the first game back. Now he's going to come back in. CMC doing his thing. Carolina can't stop that kind of run.
You're wildin', bro.
You know, give me the 49ers. Mark is also picking the 49ers. I think that one's going to be a nasty blowout, worse than what happened last week to the Raiders versus the Cowboys. So,
I mean, I'm going to take the 49ers and Brock Purdy, which is my fantasy quarterback this week, by the way. I'm going to start him. So I didn't last week. And it
Over
bit me.
Lamar?
over Lamar.
Dude, Lamar got 4 points last week. Okay.
Oh,
True.
If I would have started Purdy, I would have won. He got 20. It would have been no contest. Anyway,
True.
I think it's closer than you think, man. I think Carolina's going to play them tough, but San Francisco will get the win. But it ain't gonna be no lopsided victory.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the Panthers. I think the Panthers just keep it rolling. You were talking about Carolina not being able to stop the run. You ain't seen Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard back there, bro. They're
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, they've been
they
running the
are
ball good.
doing
That's
that.
what I'm saying, bro.
They're doing
That's
that.
what I'm
Bryce
saying.
Young threw for over 400 last week. They keep it rolling. If
He can do that again.
Xavier Leggett can catch a fucking ball, then they'll be all right.
I mean,
But,
he did last week. He grabbed he had that real nice catch, but for the TD, but that was about it, honestly.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
titty again.
TDs, but
Yeah, for the titty.
Man, it's for
But
the
yeah, I'm
titty.
taking. Give me the Panthers.
all right.
It's gonna be very close, but I think I'm taking the opposite way.
I almost switched to Zach, but I didn't. I think it's gonna be close.
Well, just like one of my dogs did, they done farted and stink up the room. That's what's gonna happen to Virginia Tech when they start playing Miami this week. And I just wanted to throw that one out there. This room now smells just like the entire Virginia Tech group does, just like
That
shit.
man's got mad. He's being mad disrespectful right now.
But yeah, I mean that's all of our picks out there for this week. Again, we were missing Mark out. We have no idea what kind of sickness he has. It could be a little bit about anything nowadays. I mean, anything from pregnancy to COVID. So we just have no clue. You know. Other than that, I mean, we gotta get this rolling. I mean, we you know, as a little sneak peek out here, I think it's just right. You know, now that Mark is not here, he didn't want to be part of that argument. So I think it's just right to give you guys just 2 minutes to battle it out. Listen, we have 11 people on the TikTok. Everybody else is watching around YouTube and Facebook. We have over 1,500
TikTok.
people stop by TikTok, 1,800 likes over
Thank you,
here.
guys. Thank
So
you.
I think it's just right to give them a little bit of a sneak peek of you guys having this argument of the SEC against the Big Ten, and just a little bit of an argument. You get 2 minutes each, and just have fun with it. You know, I think it's just fair. You know, since they
Doing
always
this right now.
we're doing this right now. You know, there's no need to be sending pictures 3 hours before that kind of stuff. But you know what? They always get the bias. They always get the better picks. You know, so you know, we're just gonna go ahead. I know Mark is probably around, and you know, hopefully he gets to see it. But Zach, you get the honors. You get to roll it out. You get to throw the first punch. You get 2 minutes to just give your best argument why the SEC can run over the Big Ten teams like Indiana and Ohio that are ranked 1 and 2 currently on the top 25.
So you realize that this is going to be way more than 2 minutes
You
apiece.
only get 2 minutes because we're showing the people what's going to be coming up in the near future here, where we're going to get a full episode. They're going to just battle it out and just put all the facts down here. But you get 2 minutes to make a really good argument, and that's about it. I mean, 2 minutes is a
Okay,
long time if you ask a lot of people around here.
yeah, how you doing? But but so I completely understand why. I mean, right now you could say the Big Ten is a better conference because the top two teams in the country are Big Ten teams. Like I completely understand that. Three of the top seven are Big Ten teams, but you got to look at the rest of the conference and not just the top three teams. Like I told Josh this earlier before we went live. The second to last team in the SEC, which is South Carolina, beats 60%. Would beat 60% of the Big Ten teams. He can shake his head all he wants. He knows deep down that I'm right. I guarantee you, if we picked all these, if we picked each game individually, he's picking South Carolina over the bottom. There's 18 teams. The bottom 12 teams in the Big Ten, South Carolina has a big chance against, and they're 3-7. You can't just look at the top of the conference. You got to look at the entire conference if we're going conference for conference. That's my 2 minutes. It was way less than 2 minutes, but
I was gonna say we gotta get you a clock on that one. But yeah, I mean, Josh, it's your floor here. What do you have?
I mean, self-explanatory, right? You got the two best teams in the country, I believe, are Big Ten teams right now. We went 5-1 against the SEC head-to-head in bowl games last year. Zach's going to say bowl games don't matter, but it's a game we played. You're saying hypotheticals like you're doing it on paper. Like we don't know that South Carolina would beat anybody because you got to play the game before we would know if they could win or not. I don't think South Carolina's that great, to be honest with you, and they just played one of your best teams to the brink of a 1-point victory, right? You're one of your big power teams. Alabama lost to Florida State. I, I I don't think it's even a competition this year. All-time national championships, we're in the lead. We've won the last two. I think there was a gap. There was a period where the SEC was better and it was pretty consistent. But that period has been long gone. And I believe that we are right there and probably taking a little bit of the lead just based off of what you see in front of you today. And you can look at the whole conference, sure, but none of your teams are going to beat Ohio State. None of your teams are going to beat Indiana. I don't think any of your teams are going to beat Oregon. That's my case.
I like it. I mean, just as an unbiased, and again, people, if you've seen most of these episodes and you know me, I'm just getting into college football, but I like to see the world just burn and be set on fire. I love to I'm just out here with the gas, just like, sprinkling around, just keeping the fire going.
You're an anarchist.
Yeah, I mean, on the bottom of the SEC, I mean, you have Arkansas as an 0-6, South Carolina 1-7, Auburn 1-6. You compare that to the Big Ten, you got Purdue at 0-8, Michigan State 0-7, Wisconsin 1-6. But your argument was South Carolina as a 1-7 team. On
You're
their
talking about the conference,
on their
the
conference
overall,
overall
right.
3-7, right? So they're 3-7. I mean, Michigan State is 3-7. Wisconsin is 3-7. Penn State, who just lost their coach, is 4-6. I don't think South Carolina really comes in and beats a team like Nebraska. They're not coming in beating a team like UCLA. That's a main basketball school and has the same record as them. Again, Maryland has a better record than they do. Maryland has a better record than South Carolina
Maryland's
does.
a tough out. Maryland's always been a tough out.
I mean, I don't think they smoked them.
The level of competition in the SEC is way different than the Big Ten, and I'll die on this hill.
I disagree.
There's three teams in the Big Ten that are always good.
That's perpetrated by the media. That's perpetrated by preseason rankings, and that's perpetrated by you guys playing within your conference and beating the shit out of each other and not scheduling any non-conference games that are worth a shit. That's a smoke show.
Everybody has to play 8 conference games. Everybody has to play 8 conference games.
Understood. I respect that. But who outside of Georgia and Texas A&M is worth a shit in the SEC this year? Tell me.
You're going to disagree because they lost the first game of the year, but Bama is still up there. Bama could very well win the entire thing. And I
So they'll
hate to
all
say it because
no,
I
they
hate them.
can't. No, they can't.
Yeah, I think they could.
Not a fucking chance.
They have the best quarterback in the country. They could win.
No, I know you're wild.
Best
He will be the
quarterback?
number one pick.
Best
will be the
quarterback
number
of
one
the
pick in the draft.
country right now as an
100%, yes.
8-2 team?
No.
Yes.
He's not the best quarterback in the country.
Yes. Who's the
It's
best
not close.
quarterback? The fucking dude from
It's-
Indiana? He's
He
not
could
better
be.
than Ty
He
Simpson.
could. I think Sand's better than both of them.
You're
And that's
wrong.
not biased. Look at his stats. Look at the stats. Look at the facts.
Let's look at the stats.
Let's put
Completed
it up
like
right now.
80% of his passes. He had that. He had
I
like the
mean,
highest completion rate.
looking right
That's
now, if we're looking at the quarterback rating right now for this season, it's actually USC quarterback at a 90.7 quarterback rating. Number 2 is yours truly, Jay Sayin from OH at a 90.5. Following Stockton at a 90.1 from the Bulldogs.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Simpson
you're
rating
telling
went
me,
top
and,
three.
and I'm a Georgia fan. Gunnar Stockton's the third best quarterback in the country. if
we're
you're
talking
going
about
off of
quarterback rating. Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that
quarterback
doesn't
rating.
fucking matter.
Um,
Quarterback rating is
Okay, but
is
but
an
say
irrelevant stat, in
but
my
my
opinion.
What's the stat that you're going to base what you're saying?
Bro,
What's
because
that?
you can throw 10 passes a game and complete 7, and your rating will be 118. Like, that
No, I
shit
don't-
doesn't mean anything.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying what stat are you want to base the fact that Alabama has the best quarterback in the country on?
You can go yards, you can go touchdowns, you can go interception
Does he have
ratio.
the most yards?
It all
Does
matters.
he have the most yards? I don't know. I really don't.
No,
I'm not trying to be a smartass.
the leading passer in college football is Sawyer Robinson from Baylor. So,
Oh yeah.
and
Who's
then Nick
the first quarterback?
Minacucci from Delaware.
Minacucci.
Like,
Man-
that's his name,
Minacucci.
Minacucci. Minacucci.
So who's the first quarterback that we're debating on that list?
Let's see.
I mean, the Alabama quarterback.
Ty Simpson is
For most yards.
2,700 yards compared to 2,675.
I mean,
So
he
it's
has
like,
that
it's an
man.
113 difference.
Who's the second one
Brother,
on there?
But the
Who you
thing
comparing
is,
him to?
I mean, you're talking about a guy that has a quarterback rating of 79.5. What are we
That's what I'm
talking?
saying.
I mean, this man is just throwing the ball willy-nilly. Is what we're talking about here.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking all conference total quarterback rating for the 2025 season leaders.
You got to be careful with him. You know he messed up.
I'm
the
on.
picks
I am on.
earlier,
I
had
am
to
on
count
Yeah,
it.
because-
I'm on ESPN right now, and I'm looking by
I'm on
quarterback rating.
ESPN right now, and Ty Simpson's quarterback rating is 156.4, and Julian Sands is 153.3. I
How
don't
do
know
you-
where you're fucking looking.
How do you get a 156 out of 100%? I mean, I'll send you the
That's
link
the
right now.
quarterback rating. You talking about the completion rating?
I'm sending
the
I'm sending you the
completion
link.
percentage?
I'm sending you the link right now, big dog. This is ESPN. I don't know.
Are you looking at quarterback rating or completion percentage?
I just sent you the link. Pull it up on your phone, big dog. You got that iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Okay, here's what I'm reading, and again, if there's people still in the chat,
Yeah,
feel
man.
free to make your comments. So currently, what I'm reading.
Oh, you're
is
looking
Julian,
at QBR.
So
QBR
Julian
could be
saying
over 100, brother.
Julian saying leads the country in passing rating and completion percentage.
Wait, right. So it can be over 100%, but if you look at the list, the Alabama quarterback is a 79.5.
Fernando Mendoza is second in the nation. He's got 25 passing touchdowns. Right. We're not even
Ty
mentioning
Simpson has
Oregon.
22.
We're not even mentioning Oregon's quarterback. I mean, he's being overlooked here. He's really good. He's projected to be the top quarterback prospect to come out in the draft. I just don't think it's as easy. Back to the whole debate. It's just not as easy as it used to be. No one could argue back in the day that the SEC had a better conference. It wasn't close. I'll acknowledge that. There was about a 8 to 10 year span there where it was pretty lopsided. It's not here.
I mean,
anymore. It doesn't
Alabama was
exist.
winning everything. It felt like in those times.
That's my. I was just gonna say, but if you take the championships that Alabama won out of there, it's a much more reasonable conversation. Now, again, you can't do that. They were part of the conference. I respect that, and they had probably the greatest football coach ever with Nick Saban.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, if you take Ohio State's out of the
Fair.
Big Ten, what do you have there?
That's
Indiana.
fair. That's why I said. That's why I said you can't do that, right? I wouldn't do it on either side. It's not. They're a member of the conference. It's fair. Can't do that.
The Big Ten is decided by 4 games every single year. That's it. You have a 4-game season.
What is the
pretty much.
SEC decided by?
There's
Who's
a
won the
lot
last-
more teams that are going to make the SEC championship, that could make the SEC championship compared to the Big Ten.
How many do? What's the
What do you mean?
last? Who's the last 7, 8 SEC champions? Because I'm telling you, it's probably going to be Georgia and Alabama.
Georgia,
majority.
Bama, LSU in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, if you go,
I think I'm missing somebody in there.
I mean, you could go
In
from
fact, it's the same thing, right?
you could go from
Ohio State,
2010.
Penn
So
State, Michigan,
yeah,
same thing. Same thing. You don't have you're not your bottom feeders ain't coming up to win the championship, bud.
Hold on one second.
It's not much different. You're saying we got 2 or 3 schools that are always so do you.
yeah. I mean, it's Alabama ran the table for the longest time, so it's not.
LSU and Georgia. If you
Yeah.
take all them out, who else is winning it?
Yeah.
No one.
Well, that's what you should be expecting when we get this episode rolling. It's gonna be we're gonna get 10 questions out here. We're gonna get with the people. We're gonna get fair questions out here to give them for them to bring the proper, fight to the table, because we want to make sure that obviously that fight is fair. It'll be time. You'll have the judges out here. Like I said, we'll be in the background, just throwing the fire and just throwing a little bit of gas here and there, and kind of just make that happen.
I'll be ready.
For those who of you who are big referee fans, one of the referees just got carted to the locker room with a leg injury. Just so you
Who
know,
the fuck's a referee fan?
there's a lot of people that
Other referees?
Kansas City Chiefs, all the referees, referee Adrian Hill just got carted to the to the locker room, man. I don't know. That's what they just said on X.
What the hell are you really watching over here?
Dude, I don't know. I get alerts on my phone like constantly all day long. But listen, we definitely appreciate all of you guys that stopped by tonight. Again, for next
There was
episode.
no comments, Ryan?
No, not for the last bit. No,
Why the
we had a
Why
lot.
wasn't a comment?
I don't know. We had a lot of constant viewers. We have 8 people still watching us right now. It's been 8 to 10 people constantly for the last hour and a half. Just some people might just listening
boys,
to
we
us.
like to talk, bro. We like
you
to
know,
talk to you.
They might
like
just
something in
like
there,
it, kind of deal where they just want to lay in bed and listen to us argue. It might just put them to sleep or something like that. Who knows? Or maybe they're just watching driving home and they can't type it. But all love from us
Watch
out
it.
there. Make sure next time you tune in, it's gonna be Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Maybe a little sooner. We're gonna work on this time to see if we can get a little bit sooner. Again, if Mark is watching, make sure you drink your soul friend, for that way you're not a little nauseous as you continue your night. But yeah, we appreciate all of you guys. Again, Miami by a million this weekend. No matter how loud they play that Sandman when they enter into their game. But we'll catch you guys on the next one. All love.